Hello, this is Eric Torres, and this is my special education reform presentation. So, with the first question, how does Congress define disability? According to IDEA and Congress's definition of disability, there are two major parts of the definition. The first part is disability is a natural part of the human experience. And the second part is it explains that in no way does a disability diminish the right of individuals to participate in or contribute to society. The second question is why did Congress decide IDEA was needed? So with the IDEA of 1975, it pointed out the needs of special education children were not being met and that more than half of special education students did not receive appropriate education services. Also, 1 million students with disabilities were excluded entirely from public schools. There were many children with disabilities who participated in regular education programs, but their disabilities prevented them from having a successful experience, and that there was a lack of services within the public school system. The third question is what impact has IDEA had since 1975? The impact of IDEA has put higher expectations to ensure access to the general education curriculum. It also strengthened the role and responsibilities of parents, making sure that families have opportunities to participate in their child's education experience at school and at home. It also provided appropriate special education and related services, supports, and aids in a general education classroom. It also provided incentives to address the learning and behavior needs of such children with disabilities. And there were more resources in teaching and learning, especially for like professional development. And also, supported the use of technology to maximize accessibility of children with disabilities. The next question asks, what are the federal government SEAs, LEAs, parents, schools, and teachers responsible for? The first big thing that these SEAs, LEAs, parents, and schools are responsible for is that they are responsible for creating a more diverse society. Also, equitable allocation for resources and equal educational opportunities for all individuals. The next question is how does Congress define and address the issue of disproportionality in special education through IDEA? It provides the opportunity for full participation by minority individuals, minority organizations, and HBCUs in awards for grants and contracts, boards of organizations receiving assistance under this title, peer review panels, and training of professionals in the area of special education are essential to obtain greater success in the education of minority children with disabilities. For the next question, it asks, what did Congress change in the 2004 reauthorization of IDEA? There was a couple big changes. The really big change is effective transition services. And those effective transition services were created to promote postgraduate employment or education. And they also did this because it is an important measure of accountability for students with disabilities. For the last question, for the last question, it asked to identify three key changes and discuss these in relation to the readings for the module. The first key change is that it creates opportunities for families to participate in the education of their child at home and at school. So it expanded the responsibilities and the rights of the parents. The second big change is that it ensures all students with disabilities are getting the appropriate services, aids, and supports when needed in their regular classroom. And again, that kind of goes with making sure that students have appropriate services and supports through FAPE and other parts of IDEA. And lastly, it provided meaningful professional development for those who work with children and children with disabilities to ensure that they have the skills and knowledge to succeed in the regular classroom. Thank you.